Howdy folks, Kerbo here. Welcome back to Railroads Online. Today we're using the Champ 2 and we're going to head down to the smelter. I've got 3 cars of cordwood and I've got the 4 empty hoppers waiting here on the siding. So we're going to run those down to the smelter. And then I'm going to take the empty hoppers up to the iron mine. And then from there we're going to do some scouting. I need to get the coal mine hooked up. So I'm going to do some scouting around to see how that might be possible. I think probably the easiest way is to follow that eastern valley up and then to connect over by the smelter. But I have seen some people go over the mountains between the iron mine and the coal mine to the west. So we might look into see how feasible that is. But coal is our next step. We need to get that to the iron works because to get oil from the oil field we need tools. And we make tools at the ironworks, I believe, with raw iron and coal. So, coal is our next step. Let's get our links set up and get these cars coupled. And we'll get on our way. It's fun to be back in the Champ again. I do love the Mogul. But this little thing's just a lot of fun to drive. Got a good head of steam here, but it's getting pretty low on water. I think we've got enough to get down to the smelter, but we'll definitely have to refill once we get down there. Give me the controls. I've gotten used to the locomotive UI. Did not like it at first, but I've gotten used to it. And controlling from in cab is fun, but as you can see, it's a little touchy sometimes. All right, so we get that brake on. See if we can get started. Sometimes when you have a standing cut of cars like this, it can be a little difficult to get started. There's a lot of spring action in the links, and I think that causes some weirdness sometimes in the physics, but we're going to open up to about 40% and then ease off the brake. See if we can't get this party started. Cool. I think we are good to go. Yep, we're all rolling. 7 cars, but of course 4 of them are empty. It's a pretty easy run until we get to the grade, so we're going to open her up. And off we go to the smelter. It's going to be a pretty boring run, so I might just meet you down there. Go, little champ, go. We're over here at the grade, and now we're headed downhill. Got just a smidge of brake on, about 27%. Man, my voice is cracking today. It's like puberty all over again. I blame St. Louis allergies. Might need just a touch more brake. There's the smelter. So I might relay all of this track someday, but it works for now. I'd like to look at getting some more more gentle track. Do like a 2% grade all the way down to here. But I do like how this line kind of follows the terrain down in here. So I'm going to ease on down to the smelter, and I'll see you in a bit. Eased off on the brakes. And I don't remember how the switches are lined up. It looks like we're set to go on through. have quite enough brakes. I didn't get started soon enough. That's okay. We'll just back up a bit. We're getting pretty low on water, as you can see. Come on, little porter. Alright, ease forward. There we go. Lid open. This part I didn't miss. You have to feed this thing every little bit. That's not exactly lined up. It looks like it's going in there. Some wood thrown on the fire. I should have just grabbed from there because I had this all full. Get it filled back up while we're sitting here. Yep, don't miss this part. Keeping her fed. There we go. Should be the wood full. Let's get some more thrown in the firebox. Should be topped off with water. Yeah, we got 500. There we go. Back up in the air you go. One little champ. There we go. Alright, she's moving. So we want to pull on up ahead. I've seen some people that actually made their track just curve over and go to the cordwood. It's not a bad idea. This is probably a little more realistic, but I don't know why that's offset. I guess just for something different. If they had lined it up, it'd be a lot easier. Alright, those are thrown for straight through. So I need to pull up here, uncouple from the hoppers. We'll get the cordwood dropped off. Let's get the window open. There we go. I know I'm not sticking my head out the window, but makes me feel better. Oh yeah, these are backwards. I like to have the brakes all at the head end, but this cut is backwards. Leave that in there. Alright, now we just need to ease forward and shove these back in the siding. Playing switchman and engineer. I appreciate all the comments. It's been pretty awesome to see all the new people with this series. And one of the comments was asking about like model railroading and stuff. And I have done that in the past. I did both HO and N as a kid, and I started building an HO layout, it would have been 10, 12 years ago. And just with kids and job and everything, it just never really got past the track stage. And then we ended up moving to a different house and just never have got back into it. I do have in-scale stuff right now. I went down way too far. So at some point I may end up building a layout, but for now I do not do any model railroading. There we go. Guess I just forgot to do that one. So I don't have the name in front of me, but whoever was asking about that, there you go. I've got some in-scale stuff. It's just all packed up and sitting in boxes. Come on, champ. Alright, break off. Ease forward a little bit. Give a good shove. There we go. It's got to work with that coupler slack and momentum. Cannot see jack, so we'll pop out here. So this isn't the most exciting stuff in the world, but this is all just part of running the railroad. There's a lot of swishing and just running around. So that's what today is. Get some cordwood dropped off. Then we'll run up to the mine. How are we looking? Perfect. All right, we've got no cordwood. Now, this is early access, so I'm going to go ahead and save. I try to save pretty often, and I also I keep backups pretty continuously of my saves. With the PowerShell script, because I'm a system administrator. Mostly Linux, but I know a little bit of Windows stuff as well. Can I back up far enough? So, I don't know if I've mentioned that, but it's what I do for a living. Kind of a DevOps engineer. It's the new buzzword. I make computers do magic stuff in data centers. There we go. I know somebody had asked about the Fedora Railroad. If that had anything to do with Linux, and I did respond to them in the comments, but it doesn't. For those that didn't read that comment or don't know the backstory, come on, give me the break. You'll notice on my YouTube channel, if you go to just the channel page, the header image is from a game. It's a guy in a camouflage jacket and a brown hat. So that's from a mod of Armed Assault 2 or Arma 2. Some of you are probably familiar with the DayZ mod or DayZ standalone. Well, back in the day, DayZ was a mod of Arma 2, military simulator. Then there was a mod of the mod called Epoch, where you could do a lot of building, and there were different uniforms and stuff. Well, that uniform, the camouflage M65 jacket, and the brown hat, that was my favorite. I liked running around in that. So when it came time to pick a logo, I went with a brown fedora. Now, my dad also always wore a brown fedora, so it's a little bit of a nod to him. Some brakes on here. So yeah, that's where the fedora thing came from. For the new folks. Let's get backed up. I might have already said in a prior video the origins of Kerbo. Come on. These are empty. You should be able to hit these up and just back up. It's doing the physics dance again. So again, we'll ease forward. Get some of that slack stretched out, and then back to reverse. Just give it a little bump. We're lucky. No, we weren't lucky. Okay, we'll try again. Might have to give her a little more juice. There we go. Completely refined the physics. The physics are pretty good. Some weirdness now and then. Anyway, Kerbo. Kerbo is actually short for kabouchered, which is probably the wrong way to pronounce it, but a favorite book of mine is The Walking Drum by Louis L'Amour. It's kind of, I think it's around the 12th century adventure. Huge novel. And the hero protagonist of that is Kerbouchered Merthurin. So when I started getting into gaming, I used the name Kerbouchered, but that was too long. And a lot of people in game would shorten it to Kerbo, so now it's Kerbo. And I forgot to put the link back here. Did it save the link? Oh, it did. Okay, cool. Sometimes when you save and restart, I think it gets rid of that, but we haven't quit, so it was still there. We need to take the handbrake off. I know, calm down. You're already typing in the comments. Calm down. We got it. Professional engineer. So I think maybe I had 2 iron ore left, so I think it should have chugged through a little bit of that. Anywho, we need to get headed up to the iron mine, so let's get going. Get a good hard run at it. Get them all moving. There we go. I'm going to ease back to about 20%. Those points are all set. We're going to run over here, play Switchman. And we need to head up this way, right? That goes to the smelter. Been a while since I was down here. But yeah, we'll just head up to the smelter that direction. We could go the other way and then reverse through the Y. Then we'd be headed up backwards. So I will meet you up at the iron mine. Well, not sure what happened. The switches lined up correctly. My hoppers are nowhere to be seen. And the engine just kind of piled up in the giant pile here. So that happens sometimes. This is early access. I coupled to the hoppers. I remember doing that. Did the hoppers just get yeeted across the map? Looking for the hoppers. Where did they go? Nope, they're rolling that way. Okay. It like boosted them around the corner. So they're headed up the grade. They'll be back. So I've seen on the Steam discussion in places, some people are having trouble with the re-rail function. So we're going to show that. I've probably showed that in other videos, but in case you haven't seen it before. The re-railing is a little weird. This should be shut down, right? Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the handbrakes on these cars so they stay put when we put them back on the track. Pro tip. But we'll show how the re-rail works because, like I said, it is a little goofy. So we got those 3 cars. So you go to your G menu and re-rail, and then get up and point at a car. Left click. Then you should get like the class of the car. So it says flat car. Then you'll need like a fairly straightish piece of track, and when you get close to that, you should get the car floating. Now, if you want it to go the other direction, you can see it says left mouse button, rotate clockwise. That basically means flip it around. So if I click left mouse, nothing happens. If I hold left mouse, nothing happens. The trick to this is it needs to, their logic is a little off. It's not updating properly. So it doesn't do that unless it's like moving. So now hold left click. And you can see it's swapped to the other end. It swapped the brake. So if I get it to update again. So it's just a little bit of a coding error. They don't properly grab the left mouse to rotate unless it's actively like updating its position. We're gonna have to drop it now. It's all goofy. You might have to do this a couple times. Left click until you get that re-rail name pop up, and then it doesn't like this curve for some reason. Yeah, this is not working at all for whatever reason. It doesn't want to line up with the rail. Let's try it down here. There, so it likes being straight there. I think it's because it's curved, or it's not straight. Yeah, that's interesting. It wants to line up with this rail, but not the other one. So, it works best on straight track. So just come down to the straight track, right click to drop it. You can see that one's backwards, so I need to turn it around. So we'll just grab it again. And then while we're moving, hold down left. Don't click left mouse button. Hold down the left mouse button to rotate it. Then once it's rotated, you can let go. It's a little weird. It just takes some getting used to. Re-rail. Get close to it. Left click. Make sure that name shows up. Tells you what it's re-railing. And then just get on some track, and usually looking down at it helps a little bit. And then just make note of which direction it's going. So I want that reversed. So I'm going to hold down left mouse, get it to update its position again. Now you can see it's rotated the right way, and then just click right mouse button to drop it on the track. Then hit your G menu again if your crosshair disappears. So we need a link and pin there. Pin there. Hey, there's our hoppers. They're back. Set the handbrake on that. Stay put. All right, let's grab our engine. So re-rail. Get up close to it. You see it says Porter now. Left click. To grab it, we're going to stick it on the front of the train. Then I need to flip that switch. So this stuff, it happens sometimes. You know, it's early access. You can see our engine's backwards. So just hold down left mouse button. Make sure you're moving so it's updating its position, and then it will flip it. Oh, interesting. If it wants to flip back when you let go of left mouse button, just keep holding down left mouse, then right click to drop it on there. G menu to get your little crosshair back. All right, do you have a link? You do have a link, but it's looking all weird. All right, I'm going to get this all put back together, and I'll meet you up at the iron mine. Well, that took some doing, but I finally got the train back on the track. Turns out there was some kind of weird anomaly around that switch that was derailing the cars. So I ended up deleting that switch and some track around it and relaying it. Then it was fine. So we're finally on the way back up to the iron mine. Come on, champ. We're sitting on about 80% regulator. Heading up this grade. I think we'll be fine with empty cars. It's beautiful scenery here. Not super happy with this line, but it gets the job done for now. Needs all redone. Like to make it a steady 2% grade. The broader curves. So there's a couple pixels right there. That's the iron mine. Right there. That's where we're headed. See you up there in a bit. Starting to think maybe I should have left the cordwood cars down at the bottom of the mountain. Come on, champ. You got this. We're at full regulator. Trying to build a little bit of speed up. Just had to throw a water tank down. I burned up all that water just re-railing cars and getting up to this point. That was kind of surprising. So I don't know. I might have to double the hill even with empty cars. I'm gonna see how it goes. A little sand on around this corner here. Water temp's up. Fire's good and hot. That's all we can do. Full regulator. Try to get a little speed here on the gentler parts. I'm not sure we're going to make it around the big grade up here. It's going to struggle. I wanted to bring the cordwood car so I could just drop the hoppers off and head back down, but I don't know. Maybe that was a bad idea. We'll see. We're gonna get a good run at it. The real grade starts right here. And we got this curve around. That always kills whatever momentum you might have. If we can't make it, we'll just double the hill. Pop this up. Get the sander. We need all the adhesion we can get. I think we're just going to run out of power, though. We've got full pressure. Oh, boy. Not looking good. And we're done. All right. Well, here we sit. Can we get started with 3 cars? A great question. Oh boy. It's not enough handbrakes. Yeah, I can't run forward enough. There we go. Alright, 3 will hold it. It's steep here, folks. It is steep. Alright, don't fall off, don't fall off. Sure the fire's going good. Sand on. Regulator open, and we ease off on the brakes. All right. See if we can get these 3 cars to the top. And we'll come back for the hoppers. This is turning into an adventure. killed it a little too much. So those of you that have been following the series, you know there's a sighting up here. So we'll drop these cars off in the siding. Go back down, grab the hoppers. And then we can hopefully get those 4 hoppers moving. Judging by the way this string of 3 acted, I think we can. Though I'm not sure how heavy the hoppers are. Alright, 1, 2, 3 car links. Should do it. Just gonna go full regulator. Just ease off on the brakes so we don't get wheel slip. Can't really see what I'm doing. But I think 3 cars? Yeah, 3 cars will fit on here. There we go. Now we'll just head back down and get the hoppers. This might turn into a longer video. Thought I'd keep it nice and simple. Then it turned out not to be quite that simple. That's okay. Some of you like the longer videos. So this one's for you. Listen to that old boiler hiss. Love it. That's exactly what it sounds like, too, when you're standing next to a hot boiler. They nailed it. Ease back on the regulator. That tree there almost needs cut. That just makes the wheel slip. Can't really brake with the regulator. Just ease on down here. See if we can't get this string of 4 hoppers moving. Ah, so close. Now, technically that coupled up, but it looks really goofy, so I don't like it. There we go. Alright, you are full on. I'm a little concerned. These will drag the locomotive downhill. Let's ease off 1 car at a time. The loco has pretty strong brakes because it's so heavy. Just give it a chance to settle out. Okay, locomotive brakes are holding. I don't know if we'll be able to do this without sand. How are we looking on the fire? Alright, let's go full pressure. And ease off on the brakes. Yeah, no go. Alright, let's get some sand on. Full regulator. Ease off on the brake. Nope, she's having none of it. Alright, well, new plan. Sander off. So what we need to do is set all the brakes. You notice when I re-railed these, I turned them around so the handbrake's on the front of the cars. Alright, now if I let off the brake, just settle into the cars. There we go. So now all the coupler slack is pushed in. So in theory, when we start out, we'll just be pulling one car at a time. So we need to run back along here. Releasing the handbrakes. We time it just right. And we're sliding. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I think we're going to have to just back down. Yeah, we're backing down. Right now we're sliding down. Alright, sander off. Then we'll just have to back down the mountain, get a run at it. That technique works sometimes. It's just too heavy. I think these hoppers must weigh a ton. Which would make sense. They're fairly beefy cars. Let's get all the way back across the trestle. Make sure we got a good fire going. I'm gonna hop in this view just because when seconds count, it's easier to click stuff rather than fight with the goofy controls. Alright, let's give her hell. Go, little champ, go. I wish the UI would sync up. That's an easy code fix. Let's get it in there, devs. I'm gonna get the sander on. Man, these hoppers are heavy. This is crazy. We're not gonna be able to pull 4 empty hoppers. No, it doesn't have a generator or a compressor, so stop typing the comments that I need to turn these on. It doesn't do any good. Generator is not on this loco, and it only makes electricity for the headlights on the Climax and the Heisler. Air compressor makes compressed air. This engine doesn't have an air compressor because it doesn't have air brakes. I know your favorite big YouTuber said it works, but it doesn't. They were wrong. Am I tired of seeing that in the comments? Yes. Yes, I am. All right, champ. You've got this. I believe in you. You've got a full boiler pressure. You've got the sander on. Just keep creeping up the hill. Come on. Oh, come on. No. All right. Well, now we know. Porter can't haul 4 empty hoppers up this hill. We're going to have to double the double. So, set some handbrakes. Let's see. Open the regulator. Ease into it. With the sand, come on. Get some traction. Okay, roll against the cars. No, now you're pushing the cars. Don't do that. Okay, all the coupler slacks should be in. Sander on. Ease off on the brake. Hit it. Come on, champ. You got this. Totally got this. Look at that. Told you had it. 2 empty hoppers. All right. Want to use up all my sand. So the sand only helps if you're slipping. If they modeled it correctly. There we go. I think we already did this in one episode, didn't we? In the Iron Mine episode. Should have brought the mogul. I thought it could handle the empty cars. I was dead wrong. I'm going to have to take these all the way to the mine because I don't have room to stick them on that siding. Alright, let's go. Sorry, I had to do it. I haven't blown the whistle in so long. Alright, well, we'll take 2 hoppers at a time over to the mine, I guess. We're almost there. Then I need to find the coal mine. I need to fix these cars, too. No, those I think are fixed. At last, we approach the iron mine. I don't remember if I have any iron ore waiting for me up here. Close that off. I'm going to go ahead and hop in this view. I actually completely redid all this. Then I wasn't happy with it, so I went back to a backup. So, I still want to redo this at some point, but I just wasn't happy with how it turned out. I had like a little yard here and stuff, but yeah, just didn't like it. That's why I keep backups, though. Just rolled back. We actually have two hoppers full here, waiting, ready to go. Handbrake on, get you loose. Alright, well, I'm going to do the run around. I'm going to go back down and grab the other two hoppers. Now, wait, I'll do that after the episode. Let's just get up here by the water tower, and then we'll go look for the coal mine. Anywhere close? Yeah, it's kind of close. Run! Oh, come on. Get up there. Get up there. Get! Nope. Alright. Let's go look for a coal mine. Oh yeah, you can't view the map in third person. I don't know why. Coal mine is that way. I'm going to run that way, and I'll see you over there at the coal mine. I can find my way up the mountain. Alright, it's actually harder in third person, I think. Can't see the trees. Wow, what a view. I'm up here on top of this mountain. There's the coal mine. There's a giant waterfall over there. And that's the river. So it's a river that follows that eastern valley all the way up. Interesting. That's up on kind of a plateau. Let's see if we can... There's the ironworks. We just need to get coal from there to there. No problem. It's up on kind of a plateau, so we'll have to get down off of that. Could follow the river out. That's like the gentle route. Just follow that river over to by the smelter. I wonder, I've seen people try to go up this way. It's going to be really steep, though. If we came around here and maybe through that gap, we're not super high from the iron mine. Maybe follow this ridge down. I don't know, I'll have to do some surveying and some experimenting. See how we can get down from there, but that gives you just an idea of what we're dealing with here, terrain-wise. Yeah, good times ahead. We'll have to get some track laid. And I think you have to bring rails from the smelter and then beams from the sawmill. I think that's what that takes. I'll have to double check. But yeah, we got our work cut out for us. So next episode, we'll be trying to get the coal mine connected. That'll be it for this one. I know it's been a long one. If you made it all the way through, congratulations. Let me know in the comments below if you made it all the way to the end. But that'll do it for this time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.